Bearded Science Guy here, and today we're going to use a thermal camera to examine the fastest way to chill a drink. One really common way people try to chill drinks quickly is by wrapping it in a wet paper towel and putting it in the freezer. We're also going to put one in the freezer without a wet paper towel just to compare. Another really common method is to use salty ice water. When you dissolve salt in the solution, the freezing temperature is lowered well below what it would have been with just water. And then there's spinning. The whole idea behind chilling a drink is to get the heat energy from the drink to leave and go to the surroundings. So it kind of makes sense that the motion of the particles can have an impact. And the final method we're going to test is a combination of the two. We're going to take a string and tie it to the tab of the can, and then connect the other end of the string into the chuck of a cordless straw. This will allow us to spin it much faster than by hand. And instead of spinning it just in a bowl of ice, we're going to use the salty ice water solution. For our control in this test, we're not going to compare it to the temperature they started at, which is somewhere between 75 and 80 degrees. We're going to compare them to drinks that have been sitting in the refrigerator for over a day. Let's first compare the refrigerator drink to the one that was put in the freezer for 10 minutes. Now my refrigerator was set to around 42 degrees, and a plain can that was set in the freezer for about 10 minutes reached around 50 degrees. And now for one of the more surprising results. The wet paper towel on the outside of the can in the freezer for 10 minutes ended up warmer than the can in the freezer by itself for 10 minutes. I think what happened was the evaporative cooling caused it to cool down faster initially, but after the paper towel froze, I think the ice insulated the can. 2 minutes in the salty ice water was enough to get the drink down to 56 degrees. However, after 5 minutes in the salty ice water, it was down to a cold 36 degrees. Here's where we get to the winners. 1 minute of spinning by hand in a bowl of plain ice was enough to get it to about the same temperature as the drink out of the fridge. But the absolute coldest temperature was using the drill to spin it for 1 minute in salty ice water, which reached a frigid 28 degrees Fahrenheit. So it looks like even though the surrounding temperature matters, it doesn't matter as much as the motion of the drink. I would probably go with spinning a drink in a bowl of ice, just because it's easy, fast, and effective. Unless you're trying to chill a lot of drinks at the same time, at that point a cooler full of salty ice water is probably your best bet.